Hi, I'm Jeff Cook. I'm the creator, director, and writer of Upstaged, the series. I wrote Upstaged because I wanted to tell the story of what happens behind the scenes in community theater. I also wanted to make people laugh.
Hi, my name is Joel Bennett.
And I'm Jeff Cook. No, we're not doing it.
You've already introduced yourself. Hi, my name is Joel Bennett. I am the director of photography. I am also a producer on the show, and I will be playing the part of Billy Cavanaugh, which is actually a combination, as Jeff has written this, of himself and myself. So that puts a lot of pressure on me.
This show has top-notch talent in front of the camera and behind the camera, and it is going to be even better than you think it's going to be.
Are you talking to me? I think it's going to be better than I think it's going to be, too.
It's much better than it deserves to be.
So you and I had been talking for a while about some sort of project.
Yeah, we've wanted to work together for a long time. I mean, we've done shows, but we wanted to do something that really stretched our creative and really brought out our creative strengths together. And I started working on this script purely as an exercise, but it all of a sudden started taking on a life of its own. And these characters came to life and it started writing itself practically. When I had finished the first episode, I couldn't believe I had a complete story, right? I mean,
finally did something.
with fleshed up, but almost without conscious effort.
Oh.
So, you know, I really trust your sense of humor. I trust your ability to analyze content and story, and you know, you're very steeped in pop culture and what is relevant and what is funny and what connects with audiences. So I wanted you to see it. Even at that time, I felt like this is something that possibly could be something, and not just a project that you and I would, you know, talk about and never do anything with, but something that might be a legitimate thing. And so that was when I gave it to you. Now, what did you think when you first read it?
Well, I remember when you first gave it to me, I sat on it for a while, and you kept bugging me to read it. And I was busy at the time. And no, I remember when I first read it. You gave me the first 3 scripts, I believe.
Yes, the first 3 episodes, and you're like, fine.
And I was like, okay, I'll read the 3 scripts here. And I remember reading them, and I was laughing constantly through it. And I think that comes from our shared sense of humor.
Yeah.
So if no one else finds this funny, at least we found it funny.
Right.
No, but I also remember being very touching. I was concerned. I remember reading and going, Jeff, there's a lot. Are you being insensitive in certain areas?
Right.
Are you being stereotypical in certain areas? But then you came through with these monologues and this character moments that were just very touching.
You know, it's a fine line, because you want to push the envelope, but you don't want to rip it open, right? So there's a lot of things that I feel like we dance very close to the edge of possibly being offensive.
Oh, yeah.
But I wanted to keep this something that was accessible to everybody. I would say if you were going to rate it, it would probably be PG. It's not even PG-13. I mean, but still, some of the topics that we touch on in this are touched on for a purpose, and they're brought up for, like I said, I want to address some of the things that are happening in the world today, through the perspective of the characters, through my perspective, and so nothing that's in any of these episodes is just there to offend or just there for the cheap laugh. Everything's got some sort of payoff in the season 1 story arc down the road. So I agree. There were things that were uncomfortable when I was writing it. That, you know, there was scenes I would have to share with people to find out if it was too offensive and if I went too far. You know, and I think that we've touched down on just that fine line between offensive enough and too offensive.
Exactly, yeah. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed your first look at Upstaged the series. Stay tuned for more videos that will include things like cast interviews and production staff interviews. We have a Facebook page you should check out and like and share with your friends. We are also on Instagram.
Coming soon, we will be launching our new website, upstagetheseries.com, We will be premiering our trailer for Upstaged the series, world premiere. So you will find out about that if you like our Facebook page. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. This is Jeff Cook and Joel Bennett. How do we end it?
Just keep smiling. You said it's PG, so does that mean we've gotten rid of my nude scenes?